Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. Let's just get right into it today. Pokémon is the game we're playing. Still haven't fixed the... Oh my god, you can see my screen in the background. Never mind. Still have not fixed the audio issues that have been presenting themselves. As such, we are just sticking with some chill lo-fi Cantonian radio. Let's see, today I really just want to get to Celadon. Continue the mission. Continue the story. Oh, come on. I just pulled up my old Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3 Hall of Fames. Whoops. Don't want to double up on that audio. I just was checking out my Hall of Fames to make sure I'm not using anyone doubled up. And it looks like we're only technically using Venusaur. But that's because we don't have a choice to not use a starter. I could have used Blastoise. I think I used Blastoise last time I played Fire Red in a personal playthrough. Rest? No. Levels are a little different than the last time. I had a lot of time this past week, so I did some grinding to get people just kind of in line with levels for the area of the game that they're going to be at. Especially people like Jigglypuff. Kadabra's just powerful as hell. Even more powerful as hell. Excuse me. Asking if I go to the Celadon department store. Lady, I'm a child with actually pretty decent funds. I wonder if anyone's ever tried like a conversion of Poké Dollars to USD. Wonder how rich that would make me in game. Wep Hairberry. First things first. So we currently have 2 slots for team members. Maybe. All depends. What am I missing? Missing a water type. I don't think I need any stones yet. Where's the TM counter? TM counter's on the second floor, right? Yeah. Roar, Hyper Beam, Dig, Brick Break. Brick Break would be a fun one. I'll probably use Brick Break on a Nidoking for right now. Get rid of Double Kick. I know Double Kick is like a staple of all Nidoking movesets, but Brick Break's a good one. There, that should help. And we actually need to get to the rooftop. I did forget that. Or do we not anymore? I think there's actually a key item that I need to get from an old lady. And this girl gives us light screen, reflect, and double team? Oh no, light screen, safeguard, and reflect. Good choices. All good if you have Pokemon that can utilize them. So I need to go in here, get some tea from an old woman. I don't think I've ever looked at the tea. Aromatic tea prepared by an old lady, even slake the worst thirst. Or slake even the worst thirst. There's an Eevee. It's not really my bag. But I am gonna... Farfetch'd is gonna be good against the grass gym, so maybe I try it out. I don't have a fire type to use. Nice. Oh, Chiding's powerful-ish. Weepin' Bell. I'm pushing my luck. But it keeps missing, so I'm gonna keep going. Okay, now I'm pushing my luck. Apparently it doesn't want to do anything else, though. We need a better flying move. I don't want to waste the Aerial Ace TM in the event that it learns Aerial Ace. But I think there's a Fly TM. Or the Fly HM. that I should be able to get. I could also try my luck at the casino. Leer. Peck will still be useful. Because I'm pretty sure Farfetch'd is fast. Also, does Farfetch'd have its leak? Is that what I'm holding? Or it's holding its stick, which increases Farfetch'd's critical. So that's good. I'm glad I still have just a random Doug trio in my party. Never know when that's going to be useful. Alright, Farfetch'd. We're stronger. We have a new move in our repertoire. Let's do this. We are fast. That's good. I'm happy. Wait, that thing's still alive? There's a sliver of health, I guess. Never send Fly to do a Peck's job. We're gonna get pretty darn close in levels. I like. $39 attack. This Farfetch is gonna be a tank by the time we're done. If I'm just fast enough where the powders aren't even mattering, it's fantastic. I don't. Status conditions be damned. Knock off. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's going to make Farfetch'd a very offensive tank, or very offensive Pokemon, and not very able to debuff, but that's not the worst, I guess. It's Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is just fast. Ooh, she's bringing out the Ivysaur. This one might actually be difficult. We'll have to see. Yeah. Not by much, though. I could have used that crit earlier, Farfetch'd. They don't like bug or fire type. Apparently they like flying. And ice. And that's it. Sometimes psychic, because most of their grass types are poison. That was Gen 1's huge issue. Most of its grass types were not just grass. They were grass poison. Meaning a well-placed confusion could usually win you the day. I think that was also back in the time when the only bug type move was Twin Needle. Do I have a berry for that? I mean, I apparently don't have potions, so just kind of powering and blasting my way through. I should be able to take it out with a peck, right? Nope. Wrong. special attack, but I think grass is still physical in Gen 1. No, maybe not. Maybe it finally fixed it. Not much they can really do. But that will make matters more difficult. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Nice. Okay, so Farfetch'd stats are... Farfetch'd stats are not doing terrible. They're not the best either. Hi, Hannah. Is it time to mess up Erica? Almost. Gotta heal off some paralysis. Oop, don't know what happened there. And walk through the doors, and yeah, time to start. I think I got one more trainer. I want to get as many levels as I can, mostly because I'm just grinding up Farfetch'd. It was level 16 when we started this stream 30 minutes ago, and I think it's like level 26 now. Almost level 26. It will be 26. Fury Cutter. That's bug. Not right now. No Fury Cutter right now. Oh boy, Victory Bell. Good start. Oh, we're faster than a Victory Bell. Perfect time for a crit. Oh, but you missed that. Oh, that's good. Okay. That's really close to another level. I don't think Tangle is her ace. So it wouldn't have a citrus berry to knock off. It will Hyper Potion, though. All right, the Vileplume. Ooh, it doesn't have one. Dang it. The best part of your ruined sleep schedule is being able to catch my streams. Well, as much as that does suck, I'm glad to see you're able to come and catch the streams, Ben. Maybe her Pokemon don't have a citrus berry. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Hey, who needs a functioning sleep schedule nowadays? Unfortunately, me. With working full-time still, I have to sleep like a normal human being. It's fine. My sleep schedule's been messy for years now anyway. I think we should just start taking on Rocket Hideout while we're at it. I mean, we're already on a roll. Half hour in, 1 gym badge. Might as well keep the hype train rolling. Apparently keep the far-fetched murder train going. For all your complaints about uni work, at least you don't have to wake up early. That's gotta be nice. What's so your classes are still on like digital online based, right? Like you still have to have video conferences with teachers? Online lectures are live streamed at usual times, but it's Easter break for the next 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. Wow, did we both decide to just miss all of a sudden? I should probably go buy potions. No worries, Ben. Oh my goodness.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Get some revive. Alright, everyone's healed up. Potions are purchased. Power points replenished. Rocket hideout. I think this is the first time I've ever had a team this close in level. There's a freaking critical. I was gonna say, let's give Jigglypuff some love, but Jigglypuff will have its day. Also, Nidoking is apparently fast. I keep forgetting that. Maybe because it's a fully evolved Pokemon. I mean, its speed is 60. Thank God they fixed this. Red and blue, this sucked. TM for taunt. Super potion. Nice. Helpful. Hyper Potion. I actually remember this being a lot more fun, ironically, in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. It felt interesting. Probably gonna try Hyper Fang and then Quick Attack. It's funny when the AI is predictable. I mean, I didn't get the Hyper Fang right, but I'm pretty close. All right, Jigglypuff, you're the only one not level 30 of the main group, but you have, oh my god, its HP is massive. I forgot that's the best part about Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. They just soak damage. Okay, let's switch that up. Welcome back, Ben. Go ahead and use Harden Grimer. It's gonna get stronger every round. But if your defense goes up, it's... Jeez, okay, that is not helpful. Oh, did you disable my rollout? What a jerk. Tweets of dog just tweeted, some cuddles would go a long way right now. And it makes me really miss my dog. If that were modern Jigglypuff, poison gas would be something to worry about. But we're cute. It's like a horrible feeling, isn't it, Ben? Knowing that, like, because your dogs are located at someone else's house, you don't know when you're gonna get a chance to see them. But that picture you sent, the picture you sent of your dog just flopped over on your family's dining room table in the middle of everyone playing cards was just... It was the most cat thing ever. It's clearly a ploy for attention. What's up, dear? What was that sigh? Is it not going well? Ah. My wife is catching her ranchos in Animal Crossing. You have one from when your family tried to play Monopoly. Oh, it sounds like your dog just doesn't like tabletop games. Oh! Oh my god, that dog is so small and so cute. Also, I love the Disney Monopoly. It's adorable. It's clear the dog is winning. I'm fairly certain your dog is winning Monopoly. I've played enough Monopoly to know. I haven't played Monopoly in a long time, though. I actually don't know if I own it. We own so many board games, but we don't own the basics, like a Monopoly, a Scrabble. We have millions of D&D books, mountains of other tabletop games. We have we have like Icarus and all these other. What? Oh, the trolley game by Side Night and Happiness. But no big ones like Candyland. I don't have Candyland. I feel like I need Candyland. We don't have kids. We do have Exploding Kittens. Exploding Kittens is a good one. Used to love playing Monopoly, but you more recently enjoy Scrabble. That's funny that that was one of the ones I just mentioned off the top of my head, but that's really interesting. I used to play Words with Friends a lot, which I felt like was pretty close to Scrabble, but just mobile. The traditional board games aren't as good. There's some that are still that hold up pretty good. You ever play Sorry? Many a friendship was lost in college over a game of Sorry. Don't Wake Daddy. Weird game today, but, you know, it was a good game back then. You know, you push his buttons too much and Daddy sits right up in bed. It was weird. Ticket to Ride, I've heard is good. Settlers of Catan. I do actually have a copy of Catan. I never busted out, though. Dominion is... Oh, my God. Hannah, you know him. Cody. For my 21st birthday, Cody brought a copy of Dominion with, I think, one of the expansions over to my house. Or to my parents' house. And we played with a couple of our friends. And... at one point, Cody just kept playing the bureaucrat. And after a couple drinks, because it was my 21st, we all started adopting this voice. So Cody would play the bureaucrat, and he'd be like, "And now I play the bureaucrat." And one of our friends, Jackson, got really annoyed and like threw his cards down and shouted, "Mother!" and like jumped across the table at him. It was so scary. So beautiful. Such a good moment. In your girlfriend's words, Ben, you're sexy when you think of big words. But other than those two, you haven't played much. Big words are definitely attractive. Excuse me. I've been sneezing all day today, and I think there's something. I've not taken allergy meds. That's probably what's itching my nose. Not the allergy meds, that'd be weird, but board game culture might not be as big in the UK. It's an interesting thought. Because I had assumed board game culture was as big in everywhere else in the world because it just kind of blew up in the last 5 years, I think, in the States. So that's very interesting, if true. Because I know D&D had a big resurgence about 5 years ago when 5e came out. And as we talked about Sunday, pretty sure that self-destruct. Pretty sure that that's what Geek and Sundry capitalized on with Critical Role was 5e is back, it's huge, everyone's looking up things about D&D. Let's bring in a bunch of nerds to talk about D&D. Little did they know it would get so big. More of a party game culture. So like things like Mario Party and Mario Kart? Or I guess like, Secret Hitler, Werewolf, Beer Pong. I think I've actually never played beer pong. I don't know if I'm any good at it. I'm too old to figure out. No, Hannah, I'm too old. Too old to begin the training. For beer pong. I'm too old to play beer pong. I'm almost 28. I don't know the meaning of parties. What a beer pong tournament your first year of uni, but there wasn't a prize. The second year, there was a tournament with a car as a prize? Oh my god. Did the school sponsor this, or was this just like a very bored rich kid? I'm kind of in the corner of hoping it's a very, very bored rich kid. It's like £40 to enter, which probably covered. Yeah, okay, so if a lot of people entered at the same time, like you have £40 times 10 people is 400 right there. So times 100 is £400. Wait, 4,000. I can math. So yeah, I mean, if enough people entered, the cost is pretty much covered. But then, yeah, you're up against a lot of people. There was no point in having that maxed rollout. Damn. I thought I could get into the elevator from there. I didn't even go in here and get this item. That makes sense too. Don't have a license, no real need to win a car. Because then I'm pretty sure you'd also have to do some. You'd also have to end up like paying taxes on it, and for something you never use, that's just not fun. There's a secret hidden item in one of these, I thought. Maybe they just moved it to the table. Oh well. Your driver instructor vanished while you were learning to drive, so you never finished. That's sketchy. but I also understand, like, no point in continuing learning if you had a driver instructor that just up and left without so much as a word. Hopefully they didn't, like, die or anything. That'd be really bad. On the plus side, driving's not really helping anyone right now. I have a car and I haven't really driven it in like almost a month. I should probably get gas. The old girl needs some love, so maybe this weekend I'll go take her out for an oil change and inflate the tires and car wash or something. I doubt there's going to be long lines. Not Saturday though, because I guess we have all day D&D on Saturday. Not all day. Don't sound so enthused. Not all day, but like noon to 10 or something. Yes, my wife I've found does not like really long combats. Hannah says, Lizzie, you're not the one who died. Do you want to come in and explain yourself?
I will explain myself, miss.
Lizzie has the microphone.
Miss. He didn't have to use his last fire attack, but he did. So you died. He told me he didn't have to.
No, I said I did.
No, you said you were in character. That's the explanation you gave to me afterwards.
Yeah, she rolled what was it? A 4 on her D4, which meant that she got her breath attack back. And it was a desperation move because in the end, she's like, I need to do as much damage as possible. It's written in her notes that she won't run.
Your mic is like, because you're...
Yeah, because I'm letting you talk.
Oh, I was about to say, let's just not see your face on stream today.
But yeah, she tries to take as many people with her and do as much damage as possible before she tries to escape. And as you saw, she switched back and escaped. I didn't have to kill, but you yelled at me for looking at how much health you had, so I stopped asking.
Okay, well, one, asking and being like, okay, where are you guys at? And then looking at our character sheets.
Well, again, like the only reason I did that is because I don't want to have the whole table know, because, you know, God should. I feel like the DM should know how much health.
God, I am God.
The DM should know how much health his players have, or her, and the player should know how much health the player has. But like Hannah should not know how much health Kira has. That's my viewpoint on it. Small G. God with a small G. You're surprised you were the only death? Well, Steven was really damn close.
Yeah, and I was also close.
You were.
But now we have a cleric.
Yeah, now you have a cleric. And also,
we may not die.
Take your other character sheet and your new one and, like,
I did.
Put them together, please.
No, like, in the entire campaign.
Oh, well, you guys just roll really well, and I roll really poorly when it matters. Honestly, the only time I think anyone's ever had death saves is... Oh, Ben, so let me tell you how the party composition has gone. They started with a ranger, a fighter variant, and a druid, and a bard. Then they got a fighter, and then my wife joined and was a druid. Then they lost the fighter, and they added a gunslinger, and a sorcerer, and a rogue. We lost the sorcerer. The bard pulled from the deck of many things and lost his soul. What am I thinking?
Armstrong.
The fighter left, but we got a dragonborn muscle wizard. And the bard was replaced with a sorcerer. And then the gunslinger had his alignment changed, and I took him out of the campaign. And then you're leaning my chair back, hon.
Oh, sorry.
Mom was asking me if I've ever heard of the Try Guys. So let me think. Then the gunslinger I wrote out of the campaign was replaced with the barbarian. No one has been able to heal except her as the druid. but she doesn't.
All I have is good berry.
You can get healing word.
I did not choose it.
Exactly. And then I killed the second range. Oh, and then the muscle wizard became enfeeble-minded and got replaced with another ranger. The rangers could also heal.
Yeah, then don't blame me. Fucking blame Steven.
No one heals! And then I killed the ranger, and now we have an actual cleric who's an Aasimar cleric, and I'm having feelings. Because I miss my Aasimar cleric. I miss Malant, Ben.
2 rangers, a druid, a sorcerer, a rogue, and a barbarian.
I miss Malant so much. Healing is boring, and that's why you killed off Malant. Well, okay, but here's the thing. There's a single cleric type that is better than all the rest. My wife can attest. Thoradin, the Tempest cleric.
Yes.
The Tempest cleric is the best cleric there is because they can just like use their domain spell to summon lightning, focus on that, and then just throw heal spells. And as a bonus action, zap your ass with lightning. It's great. Can heal 6d10 of damage.
The queen will save us all. We're not gonna be stupid, dead idiots anymore.
No, now you're just gonna be stupid half-dead idiots.
Not heal.
Deal out. So let me
Still, she will save us all.
let me give you a scenario here.
Oh god, okay.
Tempest Cleric, domain spell. Tempest Cleric has a domain spell, Call Lightning. You can cast it at a higher level. It's only a 3rd level spell. At 18th level, you have access to your max level of spells, 9th level. It does how much? 3d10 of damage, but if you do it any level above 3rd, you get an extra d10. So at 9, it's a total of 9d10 of damage. 90 points of damage, right? Getting there. Tempest Clerics also have a domain ability, Channel Divinity, where they can do maximum damage on lightning attacks. You bonus action Call Lightning and you use your action as a Channel Divinity, 90 points of lightning damage each time. It's disgusting, and I've made my DM cry because I'm a healer and I'm doing just massive amounts of damage. Oh, so is mine, Hannah. It's a level 3 spell that I then boost because I'm an 18th level cleric. We're going to take Mass Healing Word as a magical secret on Val, but then Nefaria joined and Doc multiclassed into Cleric. Yeah, you got really lucky with Val. What spell is that, Hannah? Is it Inflict Wound? Inflict Wounds. Yeah, Inflict Wounds is good. Just bear in mind, it is necrotic damage. I've been debating, by the way, Ben, I've been debating if I want Nefaria to multi-class into anything, but honestly, like, he's such a strong paladin at this point, I don't know what a good multi-class would be. Like, Barbarian, maybe? He can Rage on top of Smiting? But I don't know, that just seems like then Jake would be, Jake would have to throw harder enemies at us. Oh god, no, like, I love Val. I love that Val is the way Val is. And I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings on Sunday. Words got harsh. It was really heated between me and Scary Murder Lady. Can you smite while raging? Okay, good. The only reason I bring that up is because it got so intense that I was like, I just want to make sure that we're still all in the same role-playing space. Like, there's been a lot of talk in the tabletop community recently about DMs that have overstepped boundaries. There was I think it's like role play on Twitch, or Far Verona is actually like in a really bad place because the DM did something to one of the players' characters live on stream and didn't tell them in advance what was going to happen, and it just was like, dude, there were lines and you stepped over every line. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because that's where I was getting before I got totally distracted. Smites are expending a spell slot to do it, but I don't have to cast a smite, so I might actually do that. Give Nefaria resistance to physical attacks on top of his ridiculously high AC. And what is it? It's at level 1 Barbarian, your rage is an extra D6, a D8. Just even that on top of his already insane damage output with smites. Don't tell Jake. Paladin Barbarian. That's a good one. At this point, every one of our characters is going to be a multi-class. I think Terralius is the only non-multi-class then. If we're both serious about wanting to multi-class, Terralius will be the only non. At least as far as I know. Hannah, I'm really excited to meet Indira. I'm really excited to get to know her along with the rest of the party. If you have anything specific you would like me to know, write up some notes, throw them my way. I'd love to... Idira. I thought it was an N. Idira. I would love to implement her into the overarching web of insanity that I have created over the last 2 years. Really? So she's old. But Aasimar don't age, right? They don't age normally. Oh, okay, because she's celestial. Gotcha. You have multi-class plans for both Val and Tral, but Tral won't multi-class until after 7th level because plane shift. Yep, okay. Plane shift is a biggin. Yeah, because Morthos won't get it for a while. Damn, multi-classing into a warlock. I didn't even use it in that fight. I think I primarily used spells. I didn't use his cool class feature. Oh hell yeah, I'm using Sword Stance. Sorry, knockoff. Then there's Dank. I wonder what Steve's gonna do with Dank. Poor Dank hasn't been brought out in a while. Yeah, I'm very interested in Val's personal story. Like, I feel like there's a lot there that we don't know when I thought we were at a point where we knew enough about Val. And suddenly, I'm just in the dark again. There's some nasty stuff coming up for Morthos, too. I think Nefari is probably the most tame for a while. Does Val have amnesia? Is that even your real name? Do all your characters have amnesia? Val doesn't, but Terralius does. Okay. Morthos is kind of in the amnesia field, but he knows enough. Can't wait till we all meet the person who knows all about Morthos. Good choice in letting Jake pick. Jake's very good at working with all the backstories that we give him. Oh boy. These were a lot harder than I remember. He's faster than Kadabra. That way it's more terrifying when it comes up. Role play. Copies the foe's ability. There's not really any abilities that I care to learn. Because Intimidate wouldn't work. It wouldn't be a good one. Pressure, but... Volt Absorb? But that's very situational. I know when it comes to character backstory in my game, I play it by the Troila Valley method, where I like to work with the player and kind of draft up like a script so that when the time comes for the reveal of a backstory element, I usually do it in like a flashback or a stinger at the end of the story, or a prequel to what's happening in the story. Usually they relate. Don't know if my characters ever realize that. Or my players. I don't know if they ever realize that they are very related. Hold the phone. What? Wow. Sorry, just interesting history note about my life. Just showed up out of nowhere. Where's my wife? Darling, guess what? Mom just informed me that the guy named Keith Habersberger is the youngest child of a friend of my parents in Tennessee. His dad was the head of engineering at the mine my dad worked at. They lost touch with his parents. Mom and dad and his mom and dad lost touch. They moved a few years after my parents moved, and they live in Chicago. So, like, I'm sorry, and I was like, so wait, did I know them as a kid? Because I kind of remember like a family friend of my parents, but I was like also 8 when we moved, so, and he was the youngest of the family, so yeah, so I don't think I would have. No, but that's just really interesting to me. But yeah, as I was saying, I like to create unique story elements, and my favorite is stingers. I love the stinger on a game, that punctuation mark to end a session and make your players just question the hell out of what's happening. This last session didn't have one because they're in the middle of a very large dungeon crawl. But the one before, to end chapter 5 of the book, was... One second. I think... To end the chapter, I took them in the imagination sphere to an area where they saw, well, they didn't see because they weren't there, but in the imagination copter, they experienced the scene where 2 of Hannah's characters, of her 4, were revealed to be alive, and the entrepreneur of the campaign, who sells magic items in exchange for exorbitant amounts or just a drop of blood. You know, he'll lower the prices if you give him some blood. He is revealed to be working with someone, or has someone working for him, and is creating a unholy amalgamation of her 2 previous characters. And it is going to be so fun when that pays off. I don't know when that will be, but it will be great. The only downside is, like, only 2 people in the party really know those characters. Okay, he said he still has plans for Melant, I think, so I would be very interested to see if Melant's death has, like, repercussions. Because we've been playing it very loose, as if nothing happens. Melant just died, and apparently no one cared. Except Morthos and Doc. It's still a fresh wound for them. Yeah, only one person in the party knows Cade, 2 people know Drakil. Hey, Cade fit well. I liked Cade. I had plans for Cade. But then you wanted to switch Cade out. No, that's fine. Play your preference. Without giving too much away, Malant was an orphan, so that's why no one cared. So definitely Malant is going to be the chosen one. I'm calling it now. Malant is a chosen one. Until he's brought back and Morthos steals his soul and puts it in the book and turns him into a great evil and destroys the world. Tome of the Shadow King. I mean, Malant is still resurrectable. I don't know why we haven't done anything about that. We know people. To be fair, okay, so on your topic, Ben, resurrection, I think, true resurrection. The spell True Resurrection. You touch a creature that has been dead no longer than 200 years and that died for any reason except old age. If the creature's soul is free and willing, it's restored to life with all its hit points. The spell can even provide a new body if the original no longer exists, in which case you must speak the creature's name. It then appears in an unoccupied space you choose within 10 feet. All it takes is a sprinkle of holy water and diamonds worth 25,000 gold pieces. I mean, at the end of the day, we could do that. We would just put him he would just come back in a brand new body. What I was going to say also, though, Hannah, is Skaha could have been resurrected. Technically still can. If the party decides that's what they want to do, they can resurrect you in a brand new body. But it'll take 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds. And you guys have to find either A, someone that sells 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds, or B, over the course of many, many sessions, when you're in town, just buy out the diamond supply and keep a damn good record of it. But I don't think anyone wants to do that. Would you like to try and find 25,000 gold worth of diamonds to revive Skaha?
If Hannah wanted it, I would do it.
You'd also need to find a cleric with access to True Resurrection, which is a 9th level cleric spell. So an 18th level cleric. Give Hannah enough time, her cleric will get there. Maybe.
How long did it take us to get to what level?
8.
In our other campaign.
Oh, Dave's?
Yeah.
They've been playing for like 3 years, I think. And we're level
16?
18.
18.
I mean, for you and me, it didn't take as long because we joined late, but
Yeah. I started at level 13.
yeah. But yeah, Ben, True Resurrection, we could bring Malant back. I know someone would really appreciate it. Or at least to see his friend again. Have many thoughts but won't comment. Well, I hope you're ready because I'm going to do something next session of our, not our campaign, the Sunday campaign. I'm going to do something that I'll need you to channel a little bit of Melant for. My wife just saw me say, or heard me say that, and then just scooted away scared as if I was going to do something in the other campaign. Which, I mean, I just checked the map today. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'd love to stream my prep for these sessions, but I know I have players that watch. And I also live with one. Hello! Trying to remember Melant's accent. Yeah, you and me both. I'm still trying to remember. Actually, I think I have a... Melant was a little bit Irish, I think, wasn't he? Don't know why I have that in my head as what his accent was. I'm glad I have a psychic type. I usually don't have anything useful when I go through the Pokemon Tower. Gen 1, I might have Dig. Or just a really good Pokemon with like Ember. But yeah, it's nice to have a useful psychic type. I think I've only ever used Kadabra once. And I think it was back in Pokemon Crystal. I don't remember why. I know it had Dynamic Punch, which was not a great choice. It's probably an indistinguishable to non-Brits, but Val has a Southern British accent, whereas Melant was Northern. I mean, if it's I only know of like I know there's a difference between like Northern Ireland and a Southern Irish accent. But yeah, I've never heard a Northern English and a Southern or Northern British and a Southern British. So that will be interesting if that's what it is. I'll have to start paying more attention. Kadabra got Psychic. This is going to be so much easier now. Too bad I don't need it yet. But now I have another Psychic TM. Let's bring Jigglypuff in. Doesn't have a lot of effective moves, but there are an unbelievable amount of British accents. That is so interesting. Because I mean, like, you know, as an American, I know we have our Southern accents, a bit of a, you know, there's a bit of a Texan accent, a little bit of for lack of a better term, a little bit of hitch in the giddy up, like Ford. Then there's the what is it? The sweet Southern Georgian accent that from Knives Out. What's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis has a really good Southern accent in that, a good Georgian accent. What other regional dialect accents are there? There's Northeastern.
Let's see, Boston.
Yeah, there's the Boston accent, which I will not try and replicate because you walked in here and gave me eyes when I was doing
I was
accents.
just confused about what you were.
There's Minnesotan.
Yeah, I feel like every state has their own accent.
There's a Seattle accent.
Is that?
Yeah, Derek was saying working from home. And I don't know if he was just being my brother, but he said I'm going to be working from home. And I'm like, over the phone, I'm just very confused. I would love to hear all the different kinds of British accents there are, though. Or British accents or English accents? That's where I get confused.
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm asking you.
I
Ben,
don't live there.
Ben, what is the correct colloquialism? Oh my god, you sent me a video with 30 different British accents? Of course I will be watching.
He's gonna use it for characters now.
I am horrible with accents. I have a dwarf and I'm terrible with his accent.
You just had to think of Merida. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
I don't want him to be Merida.
I know, but you got to think of Merida's accent if you're going to go there.
He's a bit of a Scottish dwarf.
You're almost there.
He ends up going Russian and then like Jamaican, and I feel really bad about it.
I'll have to teach you, like, because in acting we have this thing where, like, you will learn how to change the words so you know how to hold your mouth in a certain way to do the accent.
Yeah.
Because some accents are more in the back of your throat, and Scottish is, like, open in the back of the throat but at the front of your teeth.
Which is, it's funny for me because I went to a Scottish college,
Yeah.
a Scottish university, and we sang like a lot of songs in choir in Scottish, in the
Like with the accent?
with
or
the
like,
dialect and with Old Scottish dialect and the accent. So like it has avoided me now. What are you doing?
This is my dance, just to leave the room. That was my leaving the room dance. You're welcome.
Thank you for the leaving the room dance. Oh, I love you. Alright, so these Ghastly have a way to hurt Jigglypuff, and it's sad. You are pretty decent at the French accent. Maybe a little too much emphasis sometimes on the oh, but I mean, it's Terralius. So who's gonna argue? Oh, my water bottle still smells like coffee. The French laugh is your anchor. I get that. That makes sense. Because I was wondering, I'm like, was there a reason behind the laugh? And no, it makes sense that would be your anchoring method. There we go. Body slam. A little unhinged? I'm in love with Terralius, just for the record. Terralius is great. calcium is special attack. Out of who I will call the B team of Nefaria, Koa, and Terralius, Terralius is my favorite. And that's over my own character. Mostly just because, like, I feel like we don't know... Well, I don't know enough about Terralius because I haven't been on any adventures with him except this most recent one. He just seems like a weird old dude. Slowly dropping hints on his backstory. And don't get me wrong, I would love to have been in on some of those Koa Terralius moments, but the problem is if I had been in on them, it more than likely would not have been Koa Terralius. It would have been the main party. And that's why some nights or some days I was really happy to be able to miss D&D the next day, because I knew that if I did, you guys would be able to advance those characters. And it's the same with, like, the Morthos guidance. Like, there were days where I was happy I was the only one playing, or that Steve and I were the only ones playing, because it's like I get to advance my baby. Morthos is like he's like one of the best characters I've ever created, I think, so far. And it's nice to be able to play him, but not have to be with the party that's trying to do just good. He's able to be off and do his own thing, and then with Dank, and there are days where I just love that we're all three together. Because for some reason, for three good aligned characters, we get into a lot of trouble. Like, a lot of trouble. Yes, let me hear the hints. I won't read them out loud so that if Steve watches the replay, he won't hear me say them. Oh, wait. This was what I was waiting for, I think. I could just wait a couple more levels and learn Hyper Voice. I think I'm ready to evolve. All right, Jigglypuff, let's take a look at your stats. 123 health, 39 attack. I noticed that he did that. He, especially when Morthos said that, he really, okay, yeah, I did notice that. It's Puff Daddy. Na 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 na. All right, 123 to 140. Not bad. About 20 up for each attack, so that's not bad. Oh my god. Terralius scares me. I ran a poll. I ran a poll on Twitter, which if you're following me on Twitter, you should absolutely go break the tie. We met a pyromancer on Sunday in our roguelike adventure dungeons Minecraft stream through. And right now we're tied between let him live and murder him where he stands. He also, despite not wanting to be found by the Xanathar Guild, keeps putting himself in situations. Well, I feel like that's to be expected, especially now that he knows Morthos is, you know. Or is he? Who's to say? Who's to say? That was still only the first guy. Oh my god. Look at the chicken. Is there a chicken over in Lavender Town? Oh, it's a really dark backstory. Now I'm interested. Panda, if you mean the meme of look at all these chickens. I have seen that one. But I don't know if there's one for just look at the chicken. Oh, because the name of the stream is Ducks, Ducks, Goose. You know, actually, I put that title up, and then I realized Ducks was the name of the Farfetch'd that you get in a trade in Vermilion in, like, the original Gen 1 games. It's Chiding in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Ducks was Farfetch'd in Red's party. Wait, I thought Ducks was something else. Oh. I guess I meshed my Pokemon lore. Ducks was the Pokemon from Twitch Plays Pokemon. Ducks was the Farfetch'd who learned Cut and saved everyone. I don't know what I was expecting. On. I'm tired of hearing the normal game sounds. Oh, there we go. Cantonian. Actually, this is Sinnoh Lo-Fi. Okay, let's go heal up. And then we can head towards Koga. Damn it, Panda, you're right. Dux was the nickname of it because they got it in a trade. Dux was the nickname of it because that's its traded nickname. That's why I thought you could get it in a trade, but I didn't remember because it never showed up in any of the searches. Spearow and a Farfetch'd, yep. You ever just like hope that the Pokemon you're encountering is a shiny so that you're forced to catch it? Hey, thanks for hanging out, Ben. Have a good night. Have a great morning. And sleep well, my friend. Panda, my luck is usually pretty bad. But I've been having like weird... for a couple months, maybe a year now in Pokemon Go, I just have had the luck where I find shiny Pokemon more in Pokemon Go than I ever have in a main series Pokemon game. It's just so annoying because I mean now I can transfer them, but I'm also just like, why can't I catch these? Why can't I find these normally? I did have a shiny Gallade show up in one random stream of raid battles in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That was actually pretty close. Once had 75-25 odds of winning. Still lost. Odds are cruel. That's why Han Solo once yelled at C-3PO to never tell him the odds. Stop putting me to sleep. I think I'm just gonna catch the other one. Thank you, Carl. I fully admit I'm a nerd. I don't know where that sprite came from that I decided to make that, but I think I was actually wearing this t-shirt. There we go. Right arm. Ha, 40 kinds. No thank you. Like the emote, but I need more. I would love to. I think I have. Yeah, I have 3 emotes currently. The gotcha one I'm not really sold on. I had that specifically commissioned for Sword and Shield and any Pokemon playthrough, but I should really replace it with a different one. I think the face ones are pretty good though. On the chest things? Oh, on the channel points? I wonder if they're... No worries, Carl. I got what you meant. Because I remember sometimes it shows the chest when it's like, hey, you got extra points. My Hero Academia season finale. It was a good finale. Literally fire. Also, I definitely just looked at that emote a little closer. It looks like the new modified emote is me picking my nose, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's a good show, Hannah. It's a real good show. And the manga's great. It just gives me heart palpitations every week because I read it, and then, like, it's been ending with so many cliffhangers recently that I'm like, just get to the next chapter. I gotta know. Especially after today's chapter. It's just like, okay. I really want to know who Black Flame guy is. Dabby. I want to know who he is and how he knows what he knows. Not reading the manga yet. Blue Flame. I thought he was Black Flames. Either way, Dabby. I want to know more. Alright, is there anyone good in this grass? But hey, Carl, if you're still out there, how was your first stream back? I'm gonna check it out tomorrow while I'm working, because it sounds like you have a couple hours of content for me to watch. But how was your first day back, man? Hopefully he's still out there. Good. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I saw right before I started, I was like, I'm going to pop in and see what he's doing, check his numbers, because it's been a while. And I wanted to see how you were doing. You were pulling some pretty big numbers there. Oh, no. I kind of figured that was going to be the case, but I was really hoping you were going to be the exception. But I feel like it's not the best time for that. But you have the job. I mean, that's really the big thing right now. There was a company I was interviewing at, actually, right before this whole thing blew up. And I was supposed to go in the week everything shut down. I was supposed to go in for an audition of sorts, but it was me and the other candidate had to sit down and shoot a video for the company. And it never happened but I can only hope that when this is all over, they still want to hire, because I would be so happy. Look, you're pretty sure he's a Todoroki? I mean, fire quirks like that, it's gotta be. So the company needs you to start, but they're not allowing you to start? Is that what it is? Or is it because you moved, you're not allowed to start? If you didn't move, though, you might have lost it. Yeah. No, absolutely. Like, you were in a space where I was, like, what was that, last year, with the whole needing a job thing. You were at the point where you had to take it, because it was a good opportunity, and regardless of moving, like, I get that. I feel that. I'm really hopeful. I've talked to the guy a little bit in the last couple weeks. He said he seems like he's still wants to hire the videographer. There's a lot of places around here that are hiring videographers, or were, before this all blew up. So we shall see. Oh, it's because they're making vaccines. So it'd be great to have the, extra hands and minds. But the training manpower, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And I'm sure it'd be hard to justify, hey, this guy's going to be around you all day for a week, and then, has to be 6 feet away from you and can't do anything. It just sucks. I feel you on that. Nothing is fun. Nothing is fun, but nothing is as it should be right now. But we will survive. So Panda, you really do think the invisible girl is the spy? That would be interesting. Nothing is fun. Chocobos 2020. You may quote me on that. I would love if it turned out like Eraserhead was the spy. Actually, I would love to hear what brought you to this decision, or this theory. I've also never understood why the psychic gym has, or why the poison gym has so many psychic types. Oh yeah, I know with all the backstory we've been getting, it's not Eraser, but it was just like, it would have been so funny for the one guy who just doesn't seem to care to have it be him. He secretly goes inside his sleeping bag to transmit information to the League. In my honest opinion, I think it's someone unconscious. I think someone is unconsciously the traitor. I don't think that they know they're the traitor or the spy. I don't think they know. least I hope it's one of those situations. They could just make it Mineta, because everyone hates Mineta. Oh, you know what? You have told me this before, Panda. Because I remember the whole his quirk can't work because she refracts light, so like it wouldn't work. The only problem I have with it... Oh, hey, no problem, man. Enjoy your lurk. The only problem I have with the whole her being the villain or the spy theory is like we just don't know anything about her. Which means that if she is the bad guy, we're going to have a chapter or 3 dedicated to just all about her, and I'd really rather like know things about her before. Like, if it turned out Bakugo was the spy, we've already had so many chapters of already establishing Bakugo that when the reveal happens, it would be like a huge blast to the face. Like, oh my god, how could he have done this? But, like, for her, it's like, okay. This girl who we don't, like, know anything about is the villain. Exactly, Hannah. The traitor has to hurt but still be believable. Which is, like, again, like I'm saying, you know, imagine if in the Harry Potter movies and the books, the Harry Potter books, they build up Voldemort to be the big bad, and then all of a sudden, it's someone else. The last 8 chapters of the book, it's like, oh, it's that guy that we just heard about now, and I guess has been like, you know, his name's been dropped once in the series. Like, yeah, he grew up on the same street as Voldemort, and Voldemort knew him as a kid. And that's it. See, to me, that's what it would feel like, you know, if this character who is very, you know, non-important to the story becomes suddenly important. It's like, okay, sure. Imagine if it was Sero, like, you know, the tape guy. That would hurt a little bit more because we've already established that he's really close with Bakugo. He was very active during the school festival. He's very, like, he's around a lot. I feel like we know more about him than we know about Invisible Girl. So while it's plausible, and I absolutely think it's possible, I think it's going to be someone like that. I have heard the theory that Urakura is the traitor. That would kill so many people. Oh being in the background the whole time. She's close to everyone and she can become completely invisible. There's one other person we know that can do the same thing, but in a different way, and they are a villain. Who's the other villain that could just blend in? Oh, Toga. I don't know. I don't know, Panda. It seems too good to be true, is kind of how I'm seeing it. Like, I'm kind of with Hannah, you know, it would have to hurt. And I just don't see her being a villain or being someone that's like, if I also remember correctly, though, Toga's quirk isn't her big thing anymore, though. Like, sure, her quirk turns her invisible, but, like, she's also just flat out insane. And a murderer. This muck is gonna kill me. I have so much trouble with Koga. Koga is my one... He's my one roadblock. Every time I play Pokemon that he's in... It's always Koga. She's kind of my Whitney. All right, Doug Trio, I saved you for this moment. Come out and just be useful as death fodder. There was one episode recently that actually had me thinking someone else could be the traitor, and it's Laser Belly. Just the way he talked about not being compatible with his quirk really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And, like, you know, I had read the chapter and I'm like, okay, you know, I get it. But then seeing him talk about it, it's like... Hello? Big? Oh, that was a big yawn. I heard it in my headphones. And I mean, maybe we'll find out UA doesn't actually have a traitor. Maybe we'll find out that they were just paranoid. I mean, for all we know, it could have also been Hawks. Feeding them information. Which, by the way, Hawks for life, baby. I don't care if people love or hate him. Hawks is my favorite. Oh yeah, Belly Laser was absolutely a little stalkerish. Don't get me wrong. But just something. There was something about the way he was like, oh yeah, I'm incompatible with my quirk. But we also know that, you know, All For One and his goons can absolutely... All For One and his goons can remove quirks and give them to other people. So maybe that's not his actual quirk. So I'm not going to spoil anything, Panda, because I know you're not reading the manga, but that all makes sense. Some of what you're talking about has already been revealed in the manga and already makes sense. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll all make sense. I'm gonna go do the Safari Zone real quick, and then I'm gonna call the stream after that. Safari Zone is quick and easy. I do plan on trying to catch things in the Safari Zone still. If I can be good with my timing. Paris, catch it. Can we all just talk for a second, though, about how freaking awesome Endeavor looked when he was flying? And by awesome, I mean a little bit ridiculous at the same time. It's like he was propelling himself with his butt. You are on the right track, Panda. Endeavor doesn't fly. No, I'm pretty sure that counts as flying. It's like, it was like really bad Iron Manning. It's like what the frickin' firebenders do in Legend of Korra. They fly like Iron Man. I know Hannah and I are just chomping at the bit to talk about what is exactly happening, but we won't because we're good and we don't spoil things. Although my wife has a new girl crush on one of the pro heroes. Bunny Girl. Yep, Mirako. Lizzie has the biggest crush on Mirako, and it's just like, I 100% am here for it. The thirst online is real. I mean, she's like... I don't know how they did it, but it's the hottest character they've drawn. And I can't tell if it's because she scares me, or, like... if it's just because she looks cool. Because I know it's not a thing I have for rabbits. I did not like I understand Zootopia was a good movie, but I did not like the anthropomorphic animals. You're all a bunch of furries. Nothing wrong with that, though. You were like, I'm going to crush on this chick. Then you see all the images and people making her your waifus. And you're like, maybe I'll play on her. Maybe you'll pass. That makes sense. I was like, play? Okay. She's having a really hard time in the recent chapters, though. Like, she's not doing hot. She's not having a fun time. Get in the grass. Dang it! I could have. If I had one more step, I could have gotten in the grass and just spun around. Stick with Momo as best girl. Alright, gang, that does it for another round of Pokemon. We got some badges. We took down some ghosts. We busted some ghosts, would be a better way to say it, because I ain't afraid of no ghost. We got Surf. We got the Safari Zone. Evolved Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. I think it's a good night. We'll be back Wednesday. Oh, yeah, I took out Koga. We'll be back Wednesday for Cab Game Night. Might finally be back to Borderlands 3. Who knows what else we'll do, though. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. You've all been fantastic. I love each and every one of you. And I will see you all next time.